contrary to what I hear at Perimeter Law, that the community member is not locked into informed consents. I can tell you that in most cases on my board, although I read the protocols, most of it is informed consent. That's what is expected of the community member.
And how do you feel about that?
I love it. I absolutely can zero in on it. I'm proficient at it. I do an excellent review. I believe, I hate to be so braggadocious, but I get comments all the time from the people that should know how one should be done, and especially the chairman of the board. I get a lot of good comments, and they want me to continue my meticulous review as I do. Now, I don't think, now, don't get me wrong, I read the protocol. I read to see what they're doing, but a lot of it I don't understand. It's scientific, and it's medical. And things that I question on the board, many times the board members will jump right in and say, Bob, that's routine. That's a normal. And yet I thought it was, whoa, you can't do this to a patient. But actually they said, no, that's standard of care. So those are the things that I don't understand in the protocol. But I do understand the informed consent, and I'm looked to by members of the board as to whether I will approve of it or not.
So a lot of community members say that they feel intimidated when they sit at the table because there's scientists or people in white coats who are colleagues at the institution, and yet they come in as a layperson and they feel like they're a little not part of the group.
From the very beginning, the chairman introduced me around the board, and he has made it clear, and he reiterates it quite often. If Bob doesn't like this informed consent, folks, this is not going to go. And he constantly at a reasonable amount of time, he brings that up to in case there's new members that weren't there at the last meeting or anything. He makes it quite clear that I have to be very satisfied with the informed consent or it's not going to go. I end up being the only person, the only community member, because our other community members, one retired and one is sick and has not been there a while. So all of the consents have fallen on my shoulders, but I have the full backing of the chairman. Now, as far as intimidation, I marvel at the brains and the intelligence and the knowledge of medicine that these doctors and scientists, because we have nurse scientists there, that bring to that board. I marvel at it, but I'm not intimidated by it. I will question the writing, especially the scientific writing and informed consent. That's way above where it should be. And I will read it out loud. And even the doctors have to giggle. Yeah, I guess that sounds a little silly and a little too much for an 8th grade educated person if they were to read it.